I punched him dead in the face, and he went down like a ton of bricks.
None of the black organizations are called hate groups.
Where was your brain when you was having 4 kids and you're only 24 years old?
My fellow Americans, having seen the potency of today's talk show highlights, myself, along with a scattering of Talk Soup players and crew members, have made an official scramble here to the E! Entertainment television steel-vaulted bunker located some 657 feet below the Earth's surface. Even as we broadcast, Tom McNamara has begun sorting and rationing water and freeze-dried food products. We've disengaged from society and ostracized ourselves from friends and loved ones for no particular reason, however, putting us over the edge and initiating perhaps our final evacuation from the world was probably April, a cross-dressing nurse who works in a mental hospital.
This came from Stewart's Plus. The black skirt came from Conway's in Manhattan.
What size do you wear?
24 dress size.
Okay.
Now, what size he wears in men's clothing?
I have no idea. I went to get a pair of pants, and the guy asked me what size I wear, and I said, gee, I don't know. And he said, well, what about a shirt? And I said, I don't know. And he laughed. He said, what about a dress? And I said, 24. And he just looked at me, and he went...
Well, now, you go to work, though, in the day as...
I go to work as a male. I work in a psych hospital.
Wait, it gets better. Laura works there with them.
Laura, that's where we met.
That's where we met.
I love it.
I go to work as a male. I have to wear a uniform. I do wear my nails colored all the time, and I do usually dangling earrings simply because they're fun.
So to work, and no one thinks that this is...
Everybody knows. We live in an apartment complex.
And they all know.
My neighbors all know about April. My family knows about April.
Your friends all know?
Hey, I go to the same campus.
We go to the same school, and April's known on campus. She's done speeches.
It's kind of good because anything I need, I get it firsthand because of her.
Because April's kind of a celebrity on campus.
Yeah.
Okay, now you laugh, but let me tell you about the University for the Sciences of Transsexual Cross-Dressing Hermaphrodites. It is fully accredited, Tom. 4-year school. That is April, big cross-dresser on campus there. Hey, what the heck was that? April's real name is Don. His wife, Laura, has been known also to dress up in drag. On those occasions, she goes by the name Hank. On Friday's show, Bertice hears from women who say their husbands are too close to their ex-wives. Whatever happened to the good old days when divorced people hated each other? That'll be Friday. When a man attacks a woman, that's abuse, but what about when a woman attacks a man? Montel invited John Wayne Bobbitt on his show to talk about the pain he suffered at the hands of his wife, Lorena. Another guest on the panel was Christine, a woman who admits that she occasionally beats her husband to a bloody pulp, particularly when he's sleeping around on her.
You caught your lover in a lie, right?
My husband.
Your husband?
Yes.
And what did you do to him?
I punched him dead in the face, and he went down like a ton of bricks. I wasn't going to tolerate. I mean, I caught him with his girl, and he came to my house with her after he had lied to me and lied to me and lied to me. Plus, while we were living in the same house, he continually abused me, abused the legal system as well.
Abused you how? Physically abused you?
Physically, yes.
So you punched him in the jaw and knocked him out?
Oh, yeah, I would do it again, too.
Okay.
Without a second thought. And as far as I want to say something,
Well, do you think what you did was abuse?
No.
Oh, so it's okay for a woman to punch her husband in the face? That's not abuse,
wait a minute. Wait a minute, okay? I want to say something because when I was downstairs in the back watching your segment earlier, I've seen that look on John Bobbitt's face, and I've seen it on my husband's face. That innocent little me, I don't do anything wrong attitude, okay?
That's guilt by facial expression, I guess, there. Christine looks like she was about to slap him around a little bit. According to a recent USA Today CNN Gallup poll, 51% of the women in this country feel Lorena Bobbitt was justified in mutilating her husband. Later in the show, Christine shared these insights into the male psyche.
Women's intuition. Now, if
There's
all of
only
a sudden...
two ways to get to a
Wait,
man.
but hold on a second.
And they're both in his pants.
Yeah.
In his wallet or in his crowd.
Okay, Friday, we're going to have to move on. Friday, Montel hears from women who say they're sick of putting up with their mooching sisters. Get a job, get a life. Hey, get out of my pantry. Well, Right to Life protesters have protested at a number of Planned Parenthood clinics around this country. That's no new news. Dr. Susan Wicklund is a gynecologist who also performs abortions on the side. Tuesday, she told Mo how coming to work in the morning can be extremely difficult. Take a look at this.
Oh, the clinic was nuts. I mean, that was a place, as you've probably heard about all the people protesting and blocking doors and locking their necks to the clinic doors and this kind of stuff, and that was going all the time, jumping on cars, trying to stop any car that had someone that looked like me. I wore disguises a lot, as have lots of other physicians, trying to get in. At one point was actually pretended I was one of the protesters out front. I had a long wig on and a black jumper and, you know, and makeup, you know, and the kinds of clothes I generally don't wear, and had joined this crowd of about 200 outside the clinic, and just kind of kept mingling with them, getting closer and closer to the clinic, you know, saying, "Don't kill any more babies." And finally got to the front door, and the guard caught his eye, and he just about crapped when he realized it was me. And put his arm up, and I dived underneath and went in the door, and then just collapsed on the stairway and bawled because I was so scared. I thought, you know, when you're out there, it's
and
like...
then you have to treat patients after you've been through this.
The woman who comforted me the most when I first came in the door and was absolutely freaked out turned out to be a patient that I saw an hour later, and then I was able to help her. So it was real interesting, the give and take.
There you have it. That is the highlight of the Mo Gaffney Show. On Friday's show, Mo meets a couple engaged in a process known as gender reconciliation. Can there ever be a truce when it comes to the battle of the sexes? We'll take a quick break and be back. Is the Klan all it's cracked up to be? You'll find out. And Francisco becomes just another wishbone caught in a romantic tug-of-war next.
Do you accept the fact that he is still sleeping with his wife?
He is not sleeping with her. He slept with that. He is not sleeping with her.
We're back. You're watching Talk Soup. I'm Bianca Ferrar. I think we have a bit of discrepancy right now. Francisco says he does not want anything to do whatsoever with his ex-wife, but she claims the two of them are still having intimate interludes frequently. Naturally, Francisco's current sweetheart wants to find out what the heck is going on here. Noticed I said heck as opposed to hell, Mom. My mother writes me a letter the other day. Honey, do you have to say the word hell? She obviously doesn't know the content of Talk Soup. I believe we passed the word hell a long time ago here. Nonetheless, in the name of domestic harmony right now, Richard Bay asks all three of these people, and I guess Francisco's seated in the middle, to try and work things out on his show, and as is usually the case on Richard, they don't.
You still sleep together?
Yes.
But I got the man.
Alicia,
Yes.
is this news to you, or do you know about this?
This has been going on and off like this. When he goes there to visit his son, she be calling my house, oh, he was here. Meanwhile, when I call his mother's house, he's home with his mother.
Okay, no, wait a second. Do you accept the fact that he is still sleeping with his wife?
He is not sleeping with her. He slept with that. He is not sleeping with her.
Wait a second. He slept with you the night before last night.
And yesterday, too.
And yesterday.
Yes. Anytime he's sleeping.
No.
Let's go right to the source. Francisco. Francisco, are you sleeping with both these women? No.
I saw a little crack forming in Francisco's structural confidence there. Yes? A little while later, Alma pointed out a hickey on Francisco's neck that she claimed she planted there the night before. And, of course, as you might expect, Francisco says, no, that's not the case at all. I was playing football and was actually nailed by the protruding ball in the neck area, which then formed somewhat of a bruise that may be interpreted as a hickey, but it's not a hickey. You know, I think this gentleman put it all into perspective for me. Do we have that, Fred?
Yeah, friends, if you tell, you know what I'm saying, Elman that you ain't, you know what I'm saying, doing nothing. I know you pimping it, you know what I'm saying, with the Timbs and all that. You know what I'm saying? The man gonna be a man, you know what I'm saying? I'll do the same thing. If I can get it, I'm gonna pimp a honey too.
So,
wait a second. I didn't understand. Can we say it one more time? I didn't...
Yeah, friends, if you tell, you know what I'm saying, Elman that you ain't, you know what I'm saying, doing nothing. I know you pimping it, you know what I'm saying, with the Timbs and all that. You know what I'm saying? The man gonna be a man, you know what I'm saying? I'll do the same thing. If I can get it, I'm gonna pimp a honey too.
So,
Oh, okay. On Friday's show, Richard speaks to lovers who say they'll do anything for love, well, almost anything. Find out why their relationships are in big-time jeopardy. Paula and Beth are interested in joining an organization that will give them a sense of community involvement. So far, they've ruled out the PTA, the Girls Club of America, Big Sisters, and the Women League of Voters. In fact, they've pretty much narrowed it down to one very controversial organization, and this highlight from Jerry Springer, a former white supremacist, tries to convince these women that they should not, in fact, join the Ku Klux Klan.
Up front, they're saying, we want to promote whites, we want a white student union, we want to wrap ourselves in the flag, promote Christianity. But you go there, all they want is the subscriptions. They want the money. They won't, for a woman to be involved in these organizations. I mean, these organizations are highly chauvinist, for one. And when you're involved in these organizations, your first priority is your race. I mean, if you get involved with so many of these organizations, I mean, your needs are never going to be met because...
Why does it have to be hate because it's the Ku Klux Klan? Why
it is hate. That's what it is. That's what it is.
No, none of the black organizations are called hate groups.
Because they don't
They're
hang
not going around murdering people. Are we?
No, I don't want to go out and hang somebody.
Well, I know, but the Klan has... See, that's what everyone's saying. What they're saying is, you can decide that as citizens you want equal rights, you want rights preserved for all people. That's fair. But when you join an organization that has been throughout history associated with lynchings and killings and that kind of discrimination...
That wasn't just the past, either. That's happening now.
Why would you say...
Are you in it now?
What's that?
Are you in it right now?
No, I was in it.
Well, then you don't know.
Yes, I do. I was a leader of the
right now.
I was a leader in the Klan.
There you have it, highlighted Jerry Springer. Dave says he got out of the Klan because people that he had actually recruited were committing murder. Later in the show, the girls here came to a final decision on this whole matter. Take a look at this.
I'd like to thank everybody up here for making me see things I didn't see before. And I'll just look into a different organization, maybe not for white or black people, but just for people.
Hey, there you go. Try the PTA. On Jerry's show this Friday, a specialist in child abductions explains why you need to know to keep your children safe, how to go about doing that, because there's big problems these days, folks. That's Friday. Well, here's a unique way to improve one's self-esteem. Forget psychotherapy and hypnotherapy and whatever else. What you really need to do is go on national television and just kind of take a breath and put on a red clown nose and say, I count. I count. I'm important. Ironic as that sounds, humiliating yourself in this fashion can actually shore up the sagging foundation of the damaged ego. At least that's what we found out from Dr. Gilda on Shirley.
Joyce, say now, I count. I don't know whether I do or not. Say it. Say it anyway. I count. Say it like you really mean it. I have to really mean it. Just say it.
You're right. You have to really mean it, and that means taking the time to go inside and look at yourself.
But in the meantime,
and start to love yourself.
But in the meantime, put on the mask and make like you're somebody else and say, I count. I don't even listen to videos that are comedy. Say I count. I count. Do you believe it?
No. No.
Wait. Put this nose on. Here, I'm going to put one on too. Now say, I count. I count. Say it again. I count. Once again. I count. Do you believe it?
It's getting better.
It's getting better.
I believe it. I count. 2. A little bit. What? You count, Tom. You count. Say I count.
I count.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Say you count, Bob.
I count.
No. Was that your funny voice? Dr. Gillicuddy is currently hawking a videotape titled How to Manage Anger and Take Control. Possible subtitle here, by making yourself look like Bozo. But I don't know whether or not that'll actually end up on the videotape, but apparently it's a possibility, you said? I don't know. Who knows? Friday on Shirley Show, get to know people who have risen above their troubled childhoods to lead happy and productive lives. We'll take a quick break and be back. Is Valencia in the running for Mother of the Year? You'll meet her after this. And remember, you count. While Valencia's husband is at home taking care of their 4 kids, she's out dancing with strange men and club hopping and just boogie-woogie-woogieing. Does this make her a bad mom? Does it make her a lousy wife? Well, I don't know, but, you know, maybe somebody in Ricky's audience might have some thoughts on this whole subject. I mean, I don't know, but I would think that...
Yes, I wanted to say to Valencia, you say you got it going on and you have a brain. Where was your brain when you was having 4 kids and you're only 24 years old?
To get married when I just turned 18. I've been married for 6 years. Okay, check yourself.
No. You check yourself for 18 years old. That's when you should have been doing what you're doing now.
I don't regret
18
anything.
years old, that's what you should have been doing then.
No,
not what you're doing now.
Something.
You have 4 kids now. You should dedicate your time to your kids and your husband.
I have
your husband did not marry 4 kids. He married you.
Right.
We have today. Yes.
My husband made 4 children with me, okay? And I do have a career, honey. Check yourself. Check yourself. You don't know me. You don't know me, honey. You just wish that you look as good as I do after you
have... Friday on Ricky's show, singer Freddie Jackson will be singing songs of love as some guests receive their Valentine makeovers. Oh, goodness. Just so much goofiness in one day. On Tuesday, Bob Berkowitz welcomed adult film actress Marilyn Chambers to Real Personal. She has now crossed over from X-rated porn films to R-rated comedies these days. Seen on pay-per-view, Chambers has been married for the past 7 years and has a 2.5-year-old daughter that she just adores. And how does an ex-porn star deal with being a mommy in this day and age? Here's what she told Bob.
Your daughter's 2.5.
Yes.
What are you going to do when she's old enough to understand about your background? What are you going to tell her?
Well, that's something that I've been kind of, you know, worrying about a little bit. Talked to psychologists about it and whatnot. I said, don't worry about it right now. Because she definitely has to be told before somebody else tells her. You know, I'm proud of what I've done. Obviously, I can't change my past to fit her present or her future. So she's going to have to deal with it. And we have to deal with our parents. I don't consider it a mistake, but she may. That's her prerogative, and that's fine. This
Does
is
she
what
have
I've
any
done.
inkling at this age?
She saw me in a mess. She got a hold of one of my I had
Really?
put it up in the shelf in this closet, and she climbed up there and she got it. And she goes,
Magazine where you were nude in?
yeah. She goes, oh, that's Mommy, and it's like, you know.
Was her reaction any more than that's Mommy?
No.
Well, like she asked about the super restraining gag ball in Mommy's mouth, but other than that, Chambers' latest film is Marilyn Chambers' Bedtime Stories. Friday on Real Personal, Bob Berkowitz will be examining the subject of sexual nurturing between men and women. Friday. We got one more highlight for you. It's Sally Kirkland coming out as you've never seen her before. Sense Around and Jiggle-Rama next. We're back with one last highlight for you. It's Talk Soup, and I don't know what else to say other than... And now, here's Sally. On Vicky's show this Friday, cast members from The Bold and the Beautiful will... Oh, goodness. We'll be dropping by to help fulfill some viewer fantasies. Thanks for joining us. That's going to do it for this Talk Soup. Tune in Monday night, the 14th, Valentine's Day. Be on Conan O'Brien having all sorts of goofy fun. That's going to do it now. See you tomorrow.
YNR, B&B, AMC, GH. If this means anything at all to you, and I know it does, then you'll want to stick around and watch Pure Soap packed with highlights from all of your favorite shows. It's coming up next. Could you pass the Twinkie, please?